Hello students, this is Nikhil sir from Physics Gyan, and today I am going to start the application of Biot-Savart law. Biot-Savart law we already discussed in uh, the previous video, and today I am start to discuss application of Biot-Savart law. The application of Biot-Savart law is to find the magnetic field at the center of a current carrying circular loop. So let's start. Suppose there is a wire of in a circular shape and carrying current I in clockwise direction, and we have to find the magnetic field at the center of this circular coil at point O. Suppose the radius vector is r, and now we suppose that the total circular coil is made with small current carrying element dl. There are so many dl elements to make this circular coil. Now by using Biot-Savart law, by using Biot-Savart law, the Biot-Savart law is dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square. Now where theta is the angle between current element and the radius vector, but in this particular situation the angle theta is equal to 90 degree, because we know that the tangent and the radius vector makes 90 degree to each other. That's why theta in this situation will be 90 degree. Now put theta 90 degree in the equation first. We get dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square. Now in taking further sin 90 degree, and sin 90 is, we know that 1, so put sin 90 is equal to 1 in equation, then the equation will be mu naught upon 4 pi I dl upon r square. Now this is the magnetic field due to this element, but we have to find the complete magnetic field at the point O. So we should integrate the equation 2 to get the whole magnetic field at center. So taking integration both side, to get net magnetic field at point O. This is my aim. Now to integrate dB is equal to integrate mu naught upon 4 pi I dl upon r square, and we should integrate to close total surface. So surface integration I am taking here, and we know that this situation makes total magnetic field. So this will equal to total magnetic field is equal to integrate of mu naught upon 4 pi I dl upon r square. Now mu naught upon 4 pi is a constant of proportionality which is depend on its medium, and I am taking this medium vacuum, so it will be constant, and take out from this integration mu naught upon 4 pi, and I is the current which is flowing in the loop is also constant, and the radius is also constant. That's why these quantities are taken out from this integration, and the integration will be dl. So we know that integration of dl is equal to 2 pi r, means circumference of this loop. To understand this, the total integration of dl means the total length of this circle, and the total length of this circle will be circumference of this loop. So the circumference of this loop will be 2 pi r. Now taking this in equation third, we get b is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I upon r square into 2 pi r, and after cancelling 2 pi with 4 pi we get mu naught upon 2 I upon r, because r also cancel out by square. This is the net magnetic field at the center of circular carrying coil. If n be the number of turns is equal to the number of turns of loop, suppose there is n circular coils loops, then the answer will be b is equal to mu naught upon 2 n I upon r. This is the general equation for magnetic field at n circular loops coil. This topic is Ampere-Circuital law. This topic is very important because after the discoveries of Oersted and Biot-Savart, Ampere found a useful relation between electric current and magnetic field. This relation may be applied in highly symmetric situations to find the magnetic field more easily than by computing with the Biot-Savart law. In the either case, means by using Ampere or by using Biot-Savart law, the result is same. In this respect, using Ampere's law is like finding the magnetic field by using Gauss law rather Coulomb's law. But in the case of lack of symmetry, Ampere's law is not easy to apply it. So the Ampere shows that if continuous closed line or loop is drawn around a current carrying conductor, and if vector B is the magnetic field in a direction tangential to the element dl of the loop, then the relation of Ampere is the closed integration B dl cos theta is equal to mu naught I, and this term can be written as vector B dot vector dl, means cross product of d b and dl. So the relation is closed integration B dot dl is equal to mu naught I, where closed integration indicate the integral taken completely around the closed loop, means closed integration, and I is the current enclosed by the loop, and this imaginary loop is Ampere's loop. Now we look the application of Ampere-Circuital law to how find the magnetic field around a current carrying conductor. So the application is this: to find magnetic field due to infinite long straight wire carrying current, means in this figure XY is the infinite long wire carrying current I, and the point P is that point at which we have to find the total magnetic field due to this infinite long wire carrying current I. So suppose we assume a Ampere loop, means a circular loop which has the symmetry. The symmetry is that every point of this circular loop the magnetic field due to this wire will be same. That means it is a symmetrical loop and called as Ampere's loop. So we have to find magnetic field at that point which is situated r distance apart from this wire, and now the direction of magnetic field at that point P is given by the right hand thumb rule, and the rule is that you should maintain your right hand thumb in the direction of magnetic field, sorry, the direction of current, the finger enclose in anti-clockwise the direction of magnetic field. If we apply the right hand thumb rule in this situation, if we indicate the direction of thumb in the direction of current, the fingers indicate the direction of magnetic field, and in this situation, if the current, we suppose the wire is in plane of paper and the direction of current is this, so by using right hand thumb rule, the finger is indicate anti-clockwise in the downward direction, means in this direction like that. So, and also the current element TL is in the direction of magnetic field, so the theta is 0, means the tangentially magnetic field and the current element in the same direction, and the theta will be 0 between B and DL because both are in the same direction. So by using Ampere's law, means close integration B dot DL is equal to mu naught I, we get now in the term B dot DL we can write as B DL cos theta, means open the dot product and theta will, because theta is 0, that's why cos theta is equal to 1, because cos 0 is equal to 1, so the cos 0 is 1. B dl, B is taken out from this close integration because B is that quantity which I have to find and will be constant because current is constant. So B is taken out from this close integration, and the close integration is acting on DL, and we know that the DL is the small part of this is circular loop, and the integration of this DL through the closed loop means the circumference of this loop, and the circumference of this loop is 2 pi r because this is the circular loop. Now taking close integration DL is equal to 2 pi r in this term, we get close integration B dot DL is equal to B 2 pi r, and from equation 1 we know that this term is equal to mu naught I, means this term is also equal to mu naught I, and by using this B is equal to mu naught 2 pi I upon r. This is the relation between magnetic field at point P due to this infinite long wire. So this is the first this is the application of Ampere's circular loop, and remember this thing, if we apply the Ampere's loop, we should draw a Amperean loop which is symmetrical around the conductor. So this is the remember thing. And now remember another one thing is that to subscribe Physics Gyan, like, share, comment. If you have any doubt, so comment and I will solve this problem, and I will solve your completely your doubts. So keep watching. Thank you.